Hello, my friends and beautiful souls. Super excited to be here today. I am Stacie Overman. I'm the spiritual guide and the creator of this amazing group. And I had something on my heart today. I've been really diving in and helping clients with deep soul healing and working in the Your Great Assignment coaching program. And it really stands out to me that a lot of times we get stuck in life and we see a pattern that starts to happen. And I call it cycles, right? We go through a cycle in life, and then all of a sudden we think, wow, okay, I learned my lesson. I've healed from that. And that darn cycle like just comes right back into your life again. And we sit there and we wonder, like, why is this happening? I thought I learned the lesson. I thought that, I healed from this, and I don't understand why this is coming into my life again. And the reason that I have been shown that we get stuck in these cycles, and this takes me back to my first marriage. That was, most of you have seen the post that, it was a tough marriage. Well, I was having these cycles, and I would always liken it to the cycles were like, it would happen, but not very often. And then as we moved through that marriage, like it would happen more often, and then it would happen more often, and then it would happen more often. And then next thing you know, like this issue, this thing that is just soul sucking the life out of you is happening daily now, right? And you're just like, how do I stop this cycle? And so one of the things that I teach is how to stop those cycles. And so you may be in a cycle, right? Maybe something comes up about once a year with your marriage or with a relationship or with a job. And it is an issue. You're kind of like, okay, it was one and done. Hopefully I don't have to deal with that again. But then you find a year later, it's happening again. And then it starts happening more and more and more. So many of us want to break those cycles. We want to stop that cycle that keeps happening, right? In the bad marriage, or, well, he only hit me once. Well, now he hit me twice, and now it's happening more and more, or, whatever. That's just an example. So here's some signs that you may have some mindset problems, some inner core wounds that need healing, some limiting beliefs, or some fears that are holding you back. And all of those things, right? We could have a little of all of them. We could have just a few of them. All of those things, when we can actually begin to heal those and heal our heart, and we can really like name and claim what that thing is that needs healing, that, my friends, is how we break the cycle. That's how we stop this in its tracks. So here's some signs, and I'm just going to grab my notes here because there's a whole bunch. And you may find that you only have 2 on this list, and you may find you have 10 on this list. And the thing about it is awareness. Awareness is your number one key. If you don't know what you don't know, you have no way to fix it, right? You have no way to actually name it, claim it, and heal it. Okay. So here's the list. Here we go. Check off mentally which one applies to you. Perfectionism. I know for myself, I had perfectionism for years. Like it would just drive me crazy, right? I couldn't get anything done. It was never good enough. And oh my gosh, I was so OCD and over the top with everything, right? So that was something that I had to heal. So here's number 2. Awesome. Here's number 2, overgiving. And number 3, self-doubt. How about a consistent underlying feeling of anxiety or anxiousness? So we're just kind of ticking off in our mind, like, yep, nope, yep, right? So kind of keep track. How about hiding out or holding back? How about stuck in indecision? Oh my goodness. This one is huge. That one can keep you stuck for years. Stuck in indecision. Here's another one. If you know what to do in your life or your business, but you aren't doing it, or it's really inconsistent. Like you do it, and then you hold back, and then it's like you have to start all over again. This is especially true if you have a business. Someone says yes to all of these things, right? Okay, there's more. Oh my gosh, there's more. You're on the fence. You're not 100% all in and you're not committed to taking action. You're just on the fence. You got one foot over here. You want to change, but you got one foot over here where you're kind of comfortable in your mess. Fear of being found out that you're a fraud. And then that's also called the imposter syndrome, especially if you're stepping out with your gifts and sharing with the world, or you feel like you're supposed to start up a business and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so scary because I'm afraid maybe what are they going to think of me, right? Like, oh, am I really good enough to do this? Okay, so that can hold you back. In business, if you have a business that you're running, are you undercharging? How much are you giving away for free? Right? It's not a hobby, it's a business. Okay. Here's another one. Do you have a cycle of quitting? Doing a lot of work for a period of time, then you burn out, and then you quit, or you're not visible for weeks or months, and then you're scrambling to do lots of work, and then the cycle repeats. Okay. Here's another one. Doing a lot of busy work to avoid the real activities that will either move your life or your business forward in the right direction. I can remember my first marriage. Oh my gosh, when I didn't want to deal, vacuuming was my thing. The lines all had to go perfect. I would move the furniture. It would go like through the furniture. I mean, I didn't have to hear. I didn't have to listen. I didn't have to have a conversation because it was noisy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, busy work to avoid confrontation, to avoid actually speaking my voice and saying, hey, enough's enough and this is not okay, right? I was avoiding it. So here's another one. Feelings of jealousy of other people's success in life or in business. Yeah. Here's another one. Impatience is caused by fear-based thinking. When we're really impatient with someone, like they can't talk fast enough, or everything they do, it's just wrong. It's irritating you. It's triggering you, right? Impatience. And here's a few more. Bear with me. Comparison. I'm not as good as them. I might not be as good as them, right? Oh, they're better. Oh, this, blah, blah, blah. The Bible even says comparison is this, like the stealer of joy. Here's another one. You feel you're not worthy. That's a big one. That is one that I had to heal from and overcome and reprogram my subconscious mind. The worthiness thing. There's so many reasons why worthiness is a core wound for many of us. And that is one of my specialties, is helping women heal that. Here's another one. Proving. Are you always trying to prove yourself? Always trying to overdo, do more, get more schooling, get more certificates, get more training. You got to do. You got to prove everybody that you're smart, right? You got to prove by going and getting this huge college degree so that you proved to everybody that you were smart. Because for some reason, we don't feel that we are good enough or smart enough, or right? Worthy, yes. I see many of your comments. Worthy is huge. It's huge. It's a biggie. Just a few more here. A fixed mindset. You're stuck in your story of your past, right? I remember when I was battling cancer and I was telling the story. Over and over. I was being interviewed on television. I was being interviewed on radio. I was being interviewed and speaking at events over and over, at Relay for Life, at Strides Against Breast Cancer, at Coleman. I mean, I was everywhere for a few years. And it dawned on me one day that cancer is not who I am. And there's so many people that will get stuck in their story because they're too afraid to heal and get out of that story. They're too afraid because they don't know what that looks like or feels like. So are you stuck in your story? A couple more. Tunnel vision, right? Also could be looked at as everything is black or white. There's no gray. There's so much gray. There's so much gray. Okay. The other one is fear of being judged, right? That's one that I actually experienced. Fear of being judged, that I wasn't good enough, or, whatever that might be. And it came right down to it. My subconscious felt that I might die if I was being judged. And you and I both know, like, that's not going to happen, right? Oh, for crying in the creek, that's not going to happen. But our subconscious mind just puts things together like that. It's so bizarre, but that is how the subconscious mind works, based off of a limiting belief that formed before we were 7 years old. Amazing, right? So here is the last one. Feel you are not good enough. So if you checked off quite a few of those, which I can attest, I've experienced some of those, I can help you with that. Oh my gosh. My clients are actually going through this process right now. We're doing deep soul healing. We're healing their heart, and we're moving through this part of the coaching program to replace these limiting beliefs that are stuck in our subconscious, because we will automatically play that record to the end of your life if you don't figure out how to identify it, claim it, heal it, and then we replace it with a better thought. And a limiting belief, if you haven't heard that term, it's basically a belief that was formed when you were a child. Someone may have said something to you, you may have perceived the situation a certain way. Like, for example, if your father worked out of town a lot and you were just little and all you wanted to do was be loved and sit on your dad's lap and have your father around. But more and more and more, your father worked out of town. And as a little girl, your subconscious mind thinks, I'm not worthy of his love. I'm not important enough. And no one told you that, but that is something in our subconscious mind believes. We've told ourselves that over and over throughout the years. And so then all of a sudden we get to be in our 40s and our 50s and our 60s, and we are still playing that record that I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of my dad's love or a man's love or other people's love, right? And so it can be as simple as that. It can even be more in depth, but that's just a small little sliver of an example. And so it's really important to do mindset work to reprogram your mind and actually give it beautiful thought processes to listen to, so that your cycles that are just killing you will stop. Right? There's some women that they'll get out of a really tumultuous marriage, and they will fall in love with a new person and get married. And the next thing you know, she's gone, wait a minute, what happened? I thought I married somebody that was not like my first husband. But her triggers are based on the same core wounds of when she was a little girl. And so little by little, things will start to happen, and God will bring something into your existence again. Not that it's supposed to be a bad thing, but it gives you an opportunity, another opportunity to heal from it. And so now you have the power to be able to recognize it and claim it and heal it. If you would like to get the same kind of results that my amazing clients are getting, I would be so honored to help you and walk you through this process. You don't have to do it alone. And it's such a loving environment. And I would love to do that. If this sounds like you'd like to know more, just private message me. I'll also put a link in here where you can book a time that works best for you on my calendar, and we can jump on a call this week. I have some open spots and I would really love to help you. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed weekend. Mwah! Angel kisses until we see each other again. Bye for now.